gonna try and unleash the true power of the wizard here as a complete free to play and see what we can do with our small wizard here versus these elites. You can see I'm doing ton of damage right now, and they are basically getting deleted at the moment, and doesn't even feel like this is challenge dungeon versus so many elites. You can see they weren't able to do much at all as I am keeping them completely immobilized and dealing quite a decent damage. You can see nothing is moving at all. We're moving to the next part. Let's see what they can do here. Ton of elites again here. We'll use some ultimate here for fun. See if we can do more. 8 million damage, and this is as a complete free to play gems. No pay to win gems I'm using at the moment. We'll show you guys in a sec. And you can see basically deleting everything. 500 million damage done. This build is super strong versus AoE, but single target isn't that strong, but that doesn't matter because a wizard is played best when it comes to AoE, and that is what we gonna embrace today. Let's see how much more damage we can do. All right, let's see if we can increase that 6 million damage here. Nothing is gonna move, most definitely. Getting frozen in mid-air, and that damage is indeed going up right now. And we have more yellows here, unable to do much versus my tiny wizard. Again, some more yellow and blue coming up. Damage just keep on going up and up. You can see almost 1 billion damage is done, and nothing is basically doing anything versus us at the moment. And they are hitting so hard, like every single hit is doing so much damage from them, but luckily they are not able to move at the moment. And you can see the setup, 1.5k reso only at the moment. And I'll see you guys at the training dummy now. So we'll go for 20-second test. The build isn't super strong versus single target, but you will able to see that for yourself. We will still do some damage, but not that great. So if you guys are into like super single target damage, then this build might not be for you. But if you love AoE, then this is a build that you will enjoy, especially in couple of more. And there we go. End up doing about 1.6 million damage per second as a 1.5k reso. And the gems that I use was these 1-star and 2-star gems, not a single 5-star gem. And if I was using my like a 5-star gem setup, my damage would be higher, but this is as a complete free to play. Now let's dive into the skill setup. I will try and keep this short. I was using magic missile, then arcane wind, disintegrate, force field, scorch. Our paragon was slinger. You can play with some of the other nodes here, but this is what I was using. You can take a quick look. For the warband, you can go for a bit more damage if you like for PvE, but I was using the protector that gives me a bit of block chance, and I was basically using it because I like to have a bit more life and increase size. Your character increase size in Diablo Immortal also help you move a bit quicker. And if we move now to some of the important magic attributes, I have been saying this for some time. Always try and stack as much beneficial duration you can for a wizard. It comes on chest, legs, a belt, and boots. And you can try and stack this up as much as you can. Then try and get critical hit chance on helm, shoulder, weapons, and offhand. Other than that, from the reforge, you will I would advise you to stack up beneficial duration again, and then critical hit damage, skill damage. After that, you can try and play with few other options or whatever you like best. Now let's dive into the set pieces what I was using, starting with the Vitus. I was using 4-piece Vitus to have a bit more single target damage, but you can go with something else if you don't want primary attack speed. But again, 2 pieces is going to be important to increase the beneficial duration for skills, and even for some of the gems you might be using, it will take benefit from that. And then I was using 2 pieces of Banquet of Ice since I had the Viper Bite, putting poison on the enemy, and so every time I poison the enemy, I would do 15% increased damage to them from all sources. And then at the end, I end up using Prayer of the End of Winter. It works versus bosses now as well, so we can apply a chill to enemies, and if we froze them, it will we can do even more damage. So versus chill enemies, we will do 15% increased damage, so meaning versus bosses we will be doing 15% increased damage, and versus monsters and elites we will be dealing 30% increased damage. And this was my setup for the set items. And now for the essences, the helm is for the Scorch. Now fire piercing ice shot at nearby chill or frozen enemies, super strong. And chest is for the Frost Field. Frost Field now grant you a creeping chill, causing your attack to chill nearby enemies and freeze them on critical hit. Shoulder is for Disintegrate. Disintegrate now summon an Arcane Deputy that follow you and channel a Disintegrate beam at enemies. You can even increase the amount of beams you get if you have the Eternal Gear. And then I was using Hasten Oblivion for the legs to reduce the cooldown of the Disintegrate. Then our main hand is for the Magic Missile to increase the damage every 3 hit. It is good, you can try something else, but it works decent for some AoE damage with the primary. For me, since we are using Arcane Wind that gather enemy, this blast will do some AoE damage to everyone who will be gathered by the Arcane Wind while I'm using it. And then this Bloom that is going to gather the enemies for us. And then Elder Quester to freeze the chill enemy, super good. And then the last one is the Withering Chill for Scorch. Scorch critical hit chances increase by 29% against chill enemies and 50% against frozen enemies. So basically versus frozen enemies, we were doing a lot of critical hits, so really strong. And that is the build as a free to play. I love using this build for the challenge rift personally to kill a lot of monsters. But for dungeons, if you are a free-to-play wizard having issues versus monsters and you want to provide the support to the team so others can focus on the bosses, try this build out. You will be melting all the monsters yourself in a really good speed, like you saw yourself in this video. You won't be doing much damage versus bosses, but if you can clear the monsters really fast for the team, they can handle the bosses. Now I'm signing off. See you all in the next one. You guys have a great day. Later.